Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. On the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona Camp, Lord, with another video to edify. And, fair use disclaimer, under copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, there's an allowance for fair use of copyrighted material for such purposes as education and research, scholarship, criticism, news reporting, comment, and teaching. All right? This is a fair use. So I'm going to get right into the video I was watching. And Lord will, this all be edifying.
What's up, America? Wonderful news out of the Los Angeles protests. So, guess who's coming to dinner at the LA protests? Someone so awesome you never thought possible. Well, actually, a group of people so awesome you never thought possible. There are boots on the ground right now in LA. Can you guess who it is? Well, bitch, it's the United States Marine Corps. That's right. That's who's been deployed in Los Angeles. So, fuck you. The United States Marine Corps is on the ground. Yes, fuck you indeed. So, 700 of America's finest are now on the ground, gonna be performing anti-insurrection duty in the city of Los Angeles. Now, as of right now, the Marine Corps is not allowed to arrest anybody because of the Posse Comitatus Act. However, if this begins to spread, and I get news that it already is, they're going to be able to have Insurrection Act powers. And that means rounding up liberals using the United States Marine Corps and sending them to a federal prison with shitty foods and government cheese. So you thought the National Guard was bad and some kind of big problem. Well, now you got the Marine Corps on the ground right now in Los Angeles. And let me tell you something, bitch. If you come up against the Marine Corps, you already lost. Yes, sir, you already lost indeed. That's exactly what happens. Even if you came with 250,000 men, you already lost. Sorry, game over. So you might want to stop your little fucking what have you there and go back to normal life because it's starting to turn stupid for you.
The protests in LA and the morons defending it have me more fired up than I've been in a long time. First of all, this whole fucking remember your oath. Yeah, pussy, I remember my oath. And it was to defend America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And if your reaction to law enforcement enforcing the law is to wave your foreign flag while you burn shit down, block roads, attack federal agents, attack the police, you are an enemy of the United States. Whether you are foreign and you came here illegally, or you were born here and you're a domestic enemy of the United States. I promise you, regardless of which one you are, we are on that ass. If your response to law enforcement enforcing the law is to further break the law. And I can't even describe to you, the men that they're going to send, the Marines, joined in like the late teens, early 20s with hopes and dreams of getting war in the Middle East. And then the war ended. And now you're bringing it to their front door. I cannot describe to you the type of foaming from the mouth that these men are doing to go to LA. And there won't be a shred of moral conviction about it either. You asked for it, you got the police. You asked for it again, you got the National Guard. You asked for it a third time, and now daddy's about to be on his fucking way to clean shit up because you're so fucking stupid. And I promise you that there's not anything that you can do against the world's finest large-scale fighting force off the leash.
I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
They have Marines from 2-7 on standby to deploy to LA to help with the riots. All I got to say is, I don't know, man. It might be time to pack it up because 2-7 out of 29 Palms is probably the angriest unit in the Marine Corps. They are stuck in the middle of the desert with nothing to do. And especially now that it's peacetime, they're just getting messed with constantly. They are basically like a pit bull stuck in a cage just getting poked and poked. I've been to 29 Palms a couple of times, and it's good training, good combat training, but that's not a place that you would want to be stationed at. And everyone feels bad for them. So they're looking for any chance to get out of there and to go hurt someone.
So there you have it. There you have it. And I gotta, the spirit, I gotta get the scripture. Something that's been on repeat. Second is 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And they told you in that video that the Post-Comitas Act might get disbanded off the spread throughout the states of these protests. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. One of my favorite lines from the Game of Thrones. This is going to be, I think it's the second to last movie. When the fat white game master that was undercover, he told him moves and counter moves, right? Show them. What did he do? He showed the wedding, then he showed the riots. He showed a little more of the wedding. He showed the riots, and it stoked the people's anger even more until they were ready to revolt. And that's what you're seeing. put it in the movies and everything like that. So, like, dude said it. A lot of them Marines that are coming, they've been stationed in the worst fucking possible place. They all mad that they ain't got no combat. And the military has a means of getting niggas to be simple. Because you heard that first nigga, I love America. Why? You ask that nigga why he loves America, he ain't gonna have a fucking good enough excuse. Because the same things that he says he loves it, his people don't get the fucking same consideration. But at the end of the day, that great wrath is kindled over you. All them Marines is coming that got this mindset of they just want to kill. That's a great wrath. And they pissed at you on their so-called land, fucking it up. Right? You heard it. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. This is a time of great upheaval, great destruction, great persecution, man. The scriptures talk about persecution. You get that, man. This is so that we ourselves glory in the church. You know what? I'll get. I think it's the one in Acts I want. This isn't a persecution regarding the word's sake. Yeah, here it is. Lamentation 5:5. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. And that's what you're about to see. You had all these Issacharites at work. They're laboring. They had no rest. They went to work, separated from their kids in school. There ain't nobody to pick up the kids. They ain't even got a opportunity to call them because they arrest them on the spot and putting their hands behind their back. They don't fucking care. And they gonna mask up, they gonna conceal their faces, and they gonna get buck wild. As was Esau's all out MO. Remember the scriptures talk about how he Amos 1:11, it says, thus say Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And that's what he did. He had a perpetual, the scriptures talk about a perpetual hatred, man. This is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, right?
This is a very racist society. I mean, it's pretty shocking. Remember what happened. The constitutional amendments during and after the Civil War were supposed to free.
And this is just going on that perpetual hatred.
African-American slave. It did something for about 10 years. Then there was a North-South Compact, which essentially granted the former slave-owning states the right to do whatever they wanted. And what they did was criminalize black life in all kinds of ways. Now, that created kind of a slave force. It threw mostly black males, but also women, into jail, where they become a perfect labor force, much better than slaves. If you're a slave owner, you have to keep your capital alive. If the state does it for you, it's terrific. No strikes, no disobedience, perfect labor force. A lot of the American Industrial Revolution in the late 19th, early 20th century is based on that. Actually, it pretty much lasted until the Second World War, when there was a need for what's called free labor in the war industry. After that come about two decades in which African Americans had a kind of a shot entering the society. A black worker get a job in an auto plant. The unions were still functioning. Maybe buy a small house, send his kid to college or something. By the 1970s or 80s, it's going back to criminalization of black life. It's called the drug war, which is a racist war Ronald Reagan was an extreme racist, denied it. And the whole drug wars, called, is designed from policing up to the eventual release from prison to make it.
You see, that perpetual hatred, they constantly tore us. And now we're in a time where they're getting ready to send in those troops and tear Drake ass up a little more. And this is the time we in. This is the time we in, man. Now, niggas are sitting there, siding with Esau, which it's wrong what they doing to the Israelites, man. It's wrong what they doing to the Northern Kingdom. Those Latinos is wrong. Breaking up families. They sat here, law-abiding citizens. They getting everybody. You can be going through the proper channels and they still taking your ass out, but they'll give these Afrikaners a fucking shot. They ain't sitting here showing them going to Chinatown in New York, or all these little massage places where they know damn well these niggas ain't documented like that, or their visas expired, where they know damn well that shit ain't happened, that shit's going on. They ain't going to those places. They going to where Jake is. All right, this is Ezekiel 23. Ezekiel 23. And 21, it says, "Thus thou callest to remembrance the lewdness of thy youth, and the bruising of thy teats by the Egyptians for the paps of thy youth. Therefore, Alohabah, and thus say Yahweh, behold, I will rise up thy lovers against thee." And that's what the Lord is doing. Right? The Lord is rising up the lovers against the Northern Kingdom. Because the Northern Kingdom, man, they the Southern Kingdom, they got their fucking wickedness too, but it's something about Northern Kingdom and Babylon the Great where they completely try to whitewash themselves and act like they really a part of this system. And you saw that within the Trump campaign. You had Issachar and all these Northern Kingdom tribes and all that shit, Ephraim, going on stage and sitting there saying they wrote for Trump, then crying afterwards when they start deporting niggas. The Lord is turning your lovers against you. And that nigga that you see on the screen right there, right, in the military fatigue with the helmet on, he gonna be another fucking case study of that, man. You think the fucking niggas in the military care about your black ass, man? No, they don't. They don't. You just a nigga there for the time being. Behold, I'll rise up thy lovers against thee, for whom thy mind is alienated. Right? Because your mind is separated unto them. And Jake even goes as far as to sit here and act like these sunshine and daisies come out their asses. All right? And I will bring them against thee on every side. And that's what we're seeing. They bringing in the National Guard. Police is getting backed heavily. All right? Then they're going to bring in, they bring in the Marines. And not only just the Marines, the niggas that's supposed to be the most violent of the Marines. They did this shit by design. And I will bring them against thee on every side, the Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pidok and Shoah and Koa, and all the Assyrians with them, all them desirable young men, captains and rulers, great lords and renowned, all of them riding upon horses. They're going to come in with all the military equipment that you ain't never seen. And pretty soon, the threat to federal life is going to be so great that they're going to bring in those combat robotic dogs. They're going to bring them motherfuckers in, bro. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible, man. It's, Luke 21. In 20, it says, "And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed about with armies." Now, this happened before, during 70 AD. Right? But it's going to happen again in these times. Then know that the desolation is nigh. So when you see all this stuff happening, we got to know. You got to know Once they put these boots on American soil, oh, the desolation is close. We're real close to shit just fully going out of hand. And us having to sit here and just, hey, everything we got, him that occupied merchandise be as though he occupied not. We're going to have to leave everything aside and just walk and trust and believe that the Lord is going to work with us. Right? It says, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. So all these Jake. And honestly, you know, I know it's gonna be tough. But honestly, man, them families getting deported back, man. Hey, this downsize, build up that money you can. Pay for a house down on whatever country and move there with your family, man. It'd be better than being in Babylon the Great right now. It's about to get hot and heavy. It's about to get hot and heavy, man. Me personally, bro, if I had a way to make some bread and I'm getting deported out of the U.S., man, Lord, will I get deported to Colombia and I got a little side gig where I can sit here and live good off of American money in a different country, man, until that shit implode. Because that's going to happen too. Isaiah 8:9. It says, associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye should be broken in pieces. And that's what Jake don't understand. They think that their rioting and everything is going to do anything. The scriptures tell you, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey. These niggas is out there protesting, doing all this wild shit. You think you going to go against Esau and he just going to lay down and let it go? Right? Isaiah 8:9, it says, associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye should be broken in pieces. Give ear, all ye of far countries, gird yourself, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Gird yourself, and ye shall be broken in pieces. So going out there and thinking that you're going to sit here and fight against Esau, when the Lord gave the earth into his hand, what he's doing right now is prophesied. Now, if you're part of the people that get caught up in that shit because you think you're going to do some carnal shit and get a victory on this side, well, the Lord just wrote it in your plan to be part of the niggas that go that way. But for bros in the truth, we're going to wait on the Lord. We're going to watch, report, break down the scriptures and let you know the time we in. Well, we shall answer when we are reproved. That's what we doing. Right? But this devil's going to come down hard, man. We'll see how this shit happens in the next couple of days, man. Because, bro, Issachar, you know, the Northern Kingdom, they got a track record of getting with you when shit get this hectic. And Judah going to join the fight. The scriptures tell you, Judah, thy neck shall be in the hand, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Right? Thy brother shall praise thee, because Judah going to get in the fight. So the tribes is going to fucking buck up against this devil, man. We going to see shit happen, man. But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shemar, Shah, Bashim, Kakadash. Shalom.